Hi, it's Jason Fierstein. I'm back again, coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm the counselor for men. Today, I wanted to talk about the role of fear. You know, everyone is walking around and is scared and is not knowing what's coming. We're living in some new waters, so to speak. The recession is causing a lot of us to reconsider a lot of things, our finances, our relationships. I know that the clients that I work with are coming in, they're really freaked out and they want some comfort and some sense of security because, we don't know what we're in for. So I want to talk today about how that fear affects one's psyche, a man's psyche, and his relationship, both to himself and to his woman. So the role of fear is something that guys have a hard time talking about. We don't like to talk about fear. We're not going to talk with you about it. I think it's ingrained in us that we are not weak, that we're strong. We have to put on this facade and make like everything is okay. The fact that fear is there and that it does pervade a relationship, it will seep into a relationship and will cause a lot of stress. It's difficult for a man to just come out and say to his wife or girlfriend, hey, you know what, I'm really scared. I don't know what's happening with our finances. I'm scared about losing my job. I'm scared about not having the money and needing to do something drastic. So although that's the most effective type of direct communication, most men don't do that. They will hide behind things. Men are creatures of habit, and we hide behind facades, and we hide behind alcohol sometimes, and we hide behind things that bring us the security and comfort. It's most difficult for a man, even in the 21st century, because we've been identified as the breadwinner. So when there are forces at work that compromise that mentality for us, that we might not become we might not stay the breadwinner, that somehow something will happen to us, that we get kicked out of that role, that is a shock to our system. That is something that creates fear at a very deep level in us, because men, we're providers and we take care of the family. No matter if there's both spouses that are working now or what. I mean, that's a traditional role that men have played. So the recession now, I think, brings a lot of that out. It also brings out a lot of communication dysfunction and problems. Because men can't communicate directly to their women that way, there's a lot of games that are played. I think that we have to just sniff out, as women, you have to sniff out what's going on with your man, or a man's not going to be direct in telling you his feelings or his emotions. So it becomes a guessing game. It becomes a game of playing into assumptions and relating to each other through those assumptions, which are not based in reality. They just aren't. And we end up reacting and making our actions contingent on other people's. It's just a game of assumption, back and forth. And then we get lost in that, and we don't know, where reality is. So I don't want to see you make assumptions like that, back and forth, and you can get lost in that. So being straight with being afraid, saying I'm scared of this, or that, being, communicating that directly, saying it just like that, to your wife or girlfriend. I'm feeling really scared and I don't know what's coming out of this recession. I need you to hear me. I need some help from you. I need this or this. As opposed to playing all the games that we do and creating more relationship or marital problems for ourselves. And then we have to end up dealing with those problems that are secondary problems. It's not the primary problem. So problems compound each other. They add up. And they continue to make a relationship worse. I see that time and time again because guys have done something irrational or impulsive with money, especially. They've tried to use money, they've spent money out of fear as opposed to a more centered place. They'll spend money to try to, appease their wife or girlfriend, or do something that is not aligned with what they really want to do. So fear busts up relationships. It destroys communication, and it definitely undermines one's economic situation too. So we're living in a time now where there's a collective fear. Everyone is buying into this fear, and it's really scary because social psychology is at work. Fear begets more fear, and sometimes fear is an easier thing to grab onto than the facts, or having faith, or seeing the reality of your situation. So I think that fear is, at any time that I've seen, as of late, I think fear is definitely the predominant, culture now. I think that it's looming over all of our heads in some way or another. But I just don't want to see good people in good relationships have to go down with it because of actions taken from fear. So I hope that this short video has been able to at least address or bring up that the role of fear in your mind or in your relationship, because I think that it's something that we don't talk about, especially us as men. So be well, and I wish you happiness and security. Please visit my website. I'm www.phoenixmenscounseling.com. I'd love to hear from you. Sign up for my free download on top 10 strategies for men to figure their women out in their relationships, and you also get to sign up for my mentality monthly newsletter. So it's full of stuff that guys really want. So come visit me, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.